how to clean up after using a dry chemical fire extinguisher.
We'll extinguish this small fire using multi-purpose class ABC dry chemical. This chemical agent, ammonium phosphate, is slightly acidic. Let's not think battery acid though. It had more the acidity of cola or ketchup. ABC dry chemical agents considered non-corrosive while dry. It's important that we clean extinguisher residue, especially from metals, before it draws moisture and develops corrosion.
Gathered some items we'll use for our cleaning. One is some detergent, just dishwashing detergent. This is a very stiff brush, a little stiffer than a toothbrush, but the same basic design. And then a soft brush. If you have a compressor, we can use some compressed air too.
First, we'll sweep or vacuum the free chemical from the walls, furniture, and floor. Then we clean surfaces with a damp cloth and mop. I'm going to demonstrate cleaning smaller articles. This wooden spindle represents finished wooden items such as furniture. The dry chemical brushes off easily. Let's blow any remaining residue away. We'd probably finish with a damp cloth if this were a real piece of furniture. Let's brush this unfinished wood product, then we can blow it out. We could use a vacuum or feather duster instead. We'll not use soapy water since this has no finish. It would probably ruin this unfinished wood. Let's deal with the wicker basket the same as the wood. First, we'll sweep or brush the chemical agent from the basket. Then we follow up with compressed air or a vacuum. Paper documents and books can be cleaned in very much the same way. It may not be safe to clean certain paper goods with a damp cloth, but we make effort to remove all residue from them. Cloth, such as clothing or covers or this cap, can be dusted off well and then laundered in the normal fashion. Plastic items are easily cleaned with a brush, compressed air, vacuum, and if necessary a wash with soap and water and rinse. Here we're just using plain soap detergent, like made for dishes, with some warm water, and the big blue containers just rinse water. Now here's an important note. Never use ammonia-based cleaners to clean up ABC dry chemical extinguishing agents. In the case of this tape dispenser, after I clean it up well, I could pull off a few inches from the end, put it back in the office, and the office personnel would never know I'd used it for a demo. It's not harmed it in any way. These were exposed to too much heat, and I'm glad they were. We'll throw these away. This is plastic racquetball glasses. They were not damaged by heat, but were covered with dry chem. We'll wash, rinse, and blow dry. Now this is important. Let's do a close-up. ABC dry chemicals designed to cling to burning materials, forming a coating which smothers flames, thus extinguishing the fire. If that close-up worked, it showed how the agent clung to the handle of these locking pliers where they'd been in the direct flames. And while this makes ammonium phosphate a great fire extinguishing agent, it also makes it difficult to remove from metals it comes in contact with while they're hot. That is about 250 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's suggested that we scrub any suspected metal with hot water and baking soda. That's a solution that we can make up very simply, or an alcohol-based cleaner. And here, of course, we're just using plain old dish detergent. And after I get through spraying these off, getting all now, if you've noticed, when I'm spraying these, there's little bits of that chemical agent coming out in clumps that has stuck to these pliers. I hope you can see that on the video, but it's coming off there because it has done its work. It's clung to that metal as it would cling to wood or any other material that was over 250 degrees Fahrenheit, and it seals it from the oxygen, cuts off the oxygen from the fire, and thus smothers the fire. Now, after I get through washing this and rinsing it and blowing it back dry, I'm going to use a spray on it. It's a spray that's used to displace the water and protect the metal. It's a whole lot like WD-40, but it's more of a professional spray. But whatever we use on it, I would suggest something to protect the metal if you can after you've cleaned it well. If delicate electronic equipment has been exposed to dry chemical fallout, the agent may penetrate the case or housing and cause it to fail in the future. We sure would not want to trust an alarm that had been in an affected area. So we'll throw this away. If important data is stored on a device that may have received such a dusting of agent as this, we may want to upload that data to a safe place. The NFPA requires dry chemical extinguishers not be installed to protect delicate electronic equipment. Clean agent extinguishers are required for hazards involving this kind of equipment, especially places like server or communication rooms and offices where there's a lot of delicate electronic equipment. If anybody wants to watch the last 1.5 minutes of this video, we can see what effect a CO2 extinguisher has on a couple of small electronic devices.